Oh, sir.
Plug in. Plug in. Okay, these glasses, the pads are a bit worn and they're fucking scraping my, I don't even know what you call it, my nose bridge. My other glasses I cannot find. I'm not wearing these. My face hurts. I found these are a pair of Cazals. Cazals. If you know a gentleman by the name of Riff Raff, he is famously known for wearing Cazals. I have had these for a really long time. I got these from Matheson Eyewear, one of my first clients of TNT Food Experience, and they had these laying around. Clearly, nobody wore them for a reason. I've had them, and the problem is I just can't take myself, and I don't think anyone would truly have the ability to take me even somewhat serious with these on. I feel like a fucking cartoon character. I should be a racer in a movie or some weird shit. No, I can't wear them. Can't wear them. No. They're cool and they're old and vintage and awesome, but not on my face. No, thank you. All right, Sunny's den. Sunny boys. Time for the Sunny boys. Today is, since I have to squint, day 46. MiSuNDERStoOd. I am Terrence Taylor, and this is Terrence Talks Too Much International Speaking and Coaching. It is September the 15th. I am here. It is a very, very, very early hour in the day to be here doing what we're doing, but I would rather be nowhere else. That's the honest truth. I'm feeling really, really good about that. I'm feeling really good about being here. I'm going to feel much better once I get my action snapper. My action snippy snap on. Oh yeah, I have my outro topic. I thought of it just a few minutes earlier, and now I will write it down. I was just watching Coach Prime on Amazon Prime. Oh, that's obviously smart and great branding. Deion Sanders and the Jackson State football story, HBCUs, and coaching your son and growing a program and being prime time. Stories of transforming young black men and boys' lives. The opposite of BS High, thankfully. That felt good. That felt good. I think there's maybe 4 episodes of it. I'm enjoying it. I like it. I'm happy. I'm happy to be here. Good morning. Hi. I'm Terrence Taylor. I got a nice little groove. I'm feeling nice and great today. I mean, I already told you that, which means I should probably tell you what we're here to talk about. Yes. This is a bit of an action-packed adventure today. I hope you're excited and I hope you're ready, and I hope you want to know what I got, because I got it for you right here. 3 episodes. I'm going to talk to you about the 3 episodes that I recorded yesterday. 1, 2, 13. I'm also going to talk to you about the partnership proposal that I created, and I'm going to tell you what it's been like sitting in front of my computer. I promise you it's more exciting than that. I'm back in the zone. I'm back doing the things. I'm back in motion, meeting and greeting and grooving. I'm going to tell you all about it right after. You know what it is. You know what it do. Housekeeping. I've had a weird morning, and I've avoided the middle floor of my home because it's covered in mouse traps. There's large sticky mouse traps. There's small sticky mouse traps. I wasn't getting the snap thing because no, I don't even, although when you catch them in the sticky trap, they're usually still alive and then you have to kill them. So upon re-inspection, I wouldn't mind something else killing them, although I would just rather them not be here at all. But they're here, and the fucking pest control guy came yesterday. He came early, did some outside of the house shit, wasn't here when I said I would return, and so now they're coming on Monday. I had to get sticky traps. There's mouse shit everywhere in places that I don't even know how or why it happened. And so I was not exploring my living space in which the mouse traps existed because I didn't want to see a mouse. I didn't want to see a dead mouse. I didn't want to see a mouse on a trap that was alive and was squealing and squirming. I did not want to start my day with death. I couldn't do it. And so I have avoided everything to do with it, came downstairs, and I've been downstairs vibing for a minute because I was up on my own, no alarm, 4:30. Ask me why. Well, the answer is because I got some sleep. Went to bed at just after 9 last night. Crawled up in the bed and I was asleep by 9:30. So I set my alarm and said, okay, you know what? 7 hours will do. And 7 hours is a lot. And it's more than I actually need. And I realized that because I woke up this morning without the alarm at 4:30. Up, wide awake, ready to go. Came on down. Got my things, got settled down here, which was nice. I usually don't spend the morning down here. I usually would be elsewhere, but because of our visitors, I've migrated my morning routine to my creative lab, which again, that's why I was watching I would never usually watch TV in the morning at all, but it was a slow morning. I was getting some things settled down here and was good, good energy, good learning, good background sound, but definitely in the foreground and was very much, in tune and tapped in and learning and enjoying it. So that's been the cool part. I'd rather just get up early and then slowly cruise into the day. At least I'm here in the space, and although it's earlier I didn't tell you what time it was. 6:27. It's the time it took me to get in here and slowly wake up. The fact that recording one has begun at 6:30 and that's only going to make it easier for this last week to really, really, really get to it, really get the shit done. I'm really excited about where things are in the morning, in the routine, in the way life is grooving. Last on my list, I was telling you about these hard drives and how the hard drives were flashing while they were up on the screen. I tried another one and another one in the process of clearing this hard drive that is now bare and not flashing and ready to rock. But the last two sessions I recorded yesterday on two different hard drives, both were giving me the same warning, flash error. Reviewed the footage. Upon my review, it all looks fine. So I'm not sure. Both of those hard drives, however, were very, very much in their last 150 gigs. So maybe it was hey, keep an eye on me. I'm almost empty. Let's hope that's what it was. And thank you for the warning. All right, so here we go. I have 3 topics today, 3 episodes from yesterday. So let's start there. I got back from my retreat and felt that level of rejuvenation, the reset, the cleanse, the break, the off time. I tell you, I don't need much. In most cases, it don't have to be 2-3 days a week. Give me a good day and some change and a good sleep, and I'll be back a monster. And that's what it felt like yesterday. Upon review, it really should have started earlier. Back-to-back days. I see it, I get it, cool. But even in that process, I probably took more time in between those sessions than were necessary. And I didn't sit down with a plan to do multiple things in the time of sitting down and crafting plan 1. So, for example, I'll be doing 2 more episodes today. And after this session, I'm going to plan both of those and record them bang, bang. Yesterday was a bit different because I planned for 3. I knew I was going to do 3, but I didn't plan the details for all 3. I didn't have all my note cards ready all at once and could just run through them. I'm not mad at that because I did need to work through the plan of how to present A's and Q's. And so those 2 sessions of A's and Q's that I recorded yesterday, I really, really enjoyed the process of figuring out how to do that. I'd done it already, so I wasn't starting from scratch, but it had been a while, or at least it feels like that. And to go through, build out the idea, answer the question, give so many different answers to one question, build those out, stories that are involved, how I mapped it out, how I was able to organize the idea. I had 17 notes for pilot 2, which was, what was your last mushroom experience like? And once I was able to draft those ideas and then figure out how to organize them, oh man, it made for pilot 3, which was, why do you shoot in black and white? Easier to configure, and I was able to articulate some of the structure throughout it without even naturally, or without intentionally doing it, but doing it naturally because I've been doing the same thing here. There's a flow. There's a tell them what you're going to tell them, and then tell them what you told them, that I did without thinking because I knew to do it. And it was cool to recognize that in the moment. Oh yeah, I've been doing this over here for 46 episodes. Oh yeah, I should wrap that up and summarize it, but I summarize it in its themes instead of its specific details, right? If I had these 4 things that were about style, well, then I summarized that I talked about style. If these things were about being old and vintage, I summarized it as that. So it was cool to go through the process. It was cool to work through it and figure it out. I mean, that's all this is really, is, again, repetitions, trying new things, working through the plan, figuring out what to do next. I very easily see a 8 episode A's and Q's being done in this. There's 3 already, 2 more today. That's 5. By Monday, that's a joke. Tuesday, that's a joke. So to come with the plan, to execute the plan to build more. I kept saying, oh, if I'm going to come down here for half an hour, I may as well come down here for an hour. Yeah, but if you don't have an hour planned, it doesn't matter. And if you can find a way to stay in that flow and keep working through it, then even better. And even though this recording process will be very different come next week, once it's back to dad mode, I've really enjoyed waking up this early and feeling this momentum, this excitement, this readiness, this get it done early and out of the way and move on with the rest of your day and with life. I've really felt that. I'm really feeling that. This thing is still flashing again, so who knows? And yeah, I'm excited to wrap these final days with a lot more content, with a lot more planning, with a lot more conversation, with a lot more doing. I haven't edited anything for September yet. We're in the middle of September. So what does that mean? It means I've done enough to figure out what I'm doing, how I sound, how I feel, and what's missing. And now it's about doing it and just doing it and doing it and doing it. And if I put my head down and record as much as I can right now, I'll deal with the edit after. That's fine. But I'm not about to be continuing to shoot and shoot and shoot and shoot on this schedule. Now the schedule is done. Am I going to keep recording after this 50 days is over and stash it away and put it off to the side? Probably. Because why would I not? I'm figuring it out. I'm getting good at it. It doesn't make sense to stop now. Will I rethink that? Of course. So I've figured out how to deliver and how to do this, and I found a flow that works for me, and that's really the most important part. Figure out how this works for you. How can you do it? How can you be successful? How can you be productive? How can you make the most of your time? How can you make the most of what you're doing? Maximize your experience. Create the most out of this singular moment as possible. Wham, off you go. The cool part about A's and Q's is as I'm going through this, I'm trying to figure out, okay, I'm a coach. Where's more of the coaching stuff? A lot of storytelling, a lot of behind the scenes, a lot of talking about how I'm doing the thing. But specifically, where's the coaching? Where's the consulting-ish type content? Where is that? And answering people's questions is an obvious part of that. You know, I have my experience. I've done what I've done, and to be able to inquire on said subject matter, said inquiry, said inquisition is cool, to build something that focuses on that, and where I can very specifically, although it is still very much storytelling, excuse me, A's and Q's is me teaching, me giving my perspective, me telling people how to go about X, Y, and Z. Here's how I went through this. Here's the steps that I achieved, and to be able to frame it that way. And that's why in this early stage, although some of these questions I've come up with, some of these questions people have given me, it is really trying to figure out where and what kind of questions I want to answer, where I have expertise to share, where I can use different subject matters to highlight me and the perspective of me and what I do and what I think and what I care about and what matters to me. For me to talk about the psilocybin mushroom experience helps me identify with a listener, a certain type of listener, a certain person who might go, that's fucking weird, I'm not interested. But there's also going to be people that go, really? Okay, let me hear more about that. And me also feeling, I'm not going to not going to go be a science plant medicine doctor, but I do want to learn more. And I do want to, the more that I learn and the more that I experience, the more I can surround myself around the doctors and the scientists and the people who understand it and study it and speak about it in a different way. I can have them around to advocate for that part of the conversation that is not my expertise and frankly doesn't have to be. And being able to share that, being able to explore things that I want to learn more about, things that I want to share about myself. It's cool. It's cool and that helps frame the type of things people are going to come to you and ask. Hey, what do you think about this? That's me coaching. That's me speaking. That's what all this is about. So to be able to build that, to see it's happening, and to see how easy it is, that's the main thing. 25 minutes and 52 minutes. Go figure. Flippy flop. I think that means something, obviously. So then I don't think it, I know it. And I recorded quite a lot in quite a little bit of time, and it truthfully wasn't even that much. And that can be done. That could at least be done 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 5 more days, 5 days. 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 5 days. That's it. That's it. Go head down. 5 days. So I put out a request for 2 more questions. So those will be on their way sometime soon. And I'll do those 2 episodes. And at some point, I will review the I Want My Change episode that I did. That's the only thing left from August that I haven't edited and completed. Everything else is done. So yeah, I'm hyped to get to it, to get working. It feels good. I feel good. I feel better doing more. So yeah, that's that on that. 3 eps, 3 EPs, 1 day, and many much mores to come. Many much mores to come. Okay, so that brings me to, now that we've got these episodes done, we've got more to talk about. The mushroom episode felt like an ad, and I said that, and it is, because the concept of what that looks like as a retreat, as a healing exercise, as an opportunity to build partnerships and work with others and bring 100-day field trip back, yo. It's happening. It's happening, and it's gonna work, and it's gonna work with this retreat. I already have confirmation of that. That's the coolest part. I headed back up to that partnership package document that I created and jumped out the shower, ran downstairs, dripping butt ass wet, and wrote these thoughts down, moved on with my day. It sat on a tab on my computer for weeks. And now that I have something that I can formally frame around a partnership that's small enough scale, but accurate in intention, and large enough and big enough that it makes sense and moves and is a big enough deal, the couples retreat, going back to the space I was at, that we were at, and building a template for how to exchange video content for travel resources. That's all 100-day field trip has ever been. The most basic barter system offering on planet Earth. You have this really beautiful place that I want to stay. It's lovely. I make content and I tell stories. That shit is expensive. You want some of that? All right, cool. I make testimonial videos. You have a beautiful place that I can make an incredible testimonial video about that says your place is amazing. I could show that. I could say that. I could sonically represent that. I look on your website. All you got is photographs. Mad photographs. Not a lot of video because, hey, video is expensive. So let's trade. All right. The document had a few key points. The first one was talks too much. International speaking and coaching is. The other piece was, what is the opportunity? What is the thing that I'm here to discuss with you? The third thing is, what are the things we're exchanging? Pretty simple. The next bit was some of the metrics, which I don't really have because this thing is brand new. I can't tell them there's this many YouTube subscribers or this many people on the mailing list because there isn't a mailing list and the YouTube isn't even officially launched and has no videos on it. So, ooh, that was weird. I can't leverage that. I can't use those metrics yet. The other part is the work and the things that I've done to say, hey, we're going to do podcast episodes. We're going to put your logo at the front of that. All right, well, what does a podcast episode look like? I need to have reference points to those things. Now, some of those things I do have, and some of those things I don't have. That's not true. I have all of the things, but some of them are old, they're dated, they're not my best work, and it's difficult to select what of my previous work I want to showcase and share with people in September of 2023. If I have a 30-second video commercial that I want to offer in exchange, well, where do I have a 30-ish second commercial that is the thing that I'm going to give you? And if the closest thing to that is something I made in 2020 that I immediately watch and say, oh, that's cool, but I would do this different, this different, this different, this different. You know what? I don't like it, and it's not the best representation of my work. All right, well, then what do I do? Oh, this is fun and interesting and exciting and therapeutic and relaxing. A lot of the work I've done have been from a fairly serious matter, Black issues or indigenous issues or, you know, like heavy subject matter, serious emotional music and injustices. And is that what I want to be sending these people to say, hey, I want to rent your property? The vibe is a bit off. The work is great. So maybe still to show the quality of the work, but I'm having a hard time finding the things that I want to say speak to my short content game. I don't really have a lot of that. I've got, 3 minutes and up, my website is full of those. But something 60 seconds or less, it's not really there. And until I start making the promotional content for these shows, I'm not going to have anything in that time and space that I feel confident about sharing now. I just don't. So I either have to make something that's not related to anything to showcase what I'm doing. I have to use some old shit and hope that that does the trick, which it would. Or I have to make the new things that I'm planning on creating and using those. Problem is, I'm not going to start making any of that until this recording is done and all of the episodes have been reviewed and I've created notes as to building that promotional content. That's weeks from now. The person who has the property is interested in this current moment. I asked, they told me. So I got to figure out how to do that what work I want to share, what I feel good about. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Sure, that's fine. But the truth is my work matters. And in this present moment, it matters more as I'm using and building a new thing. What I'm sharing in terms of what I have to offer and the stories that I'm giving people to understand what I do. How do I feel about those? And are those the best representation of me in this moment? A lot of thinking, but that's the proposal offering. The three main components are done. Here's who I am, here's the opportunity, and here's what you get. Now I have to make a fancy, cool document that shares this information, that has color and works with the branding and is exciting and not just a white document with black letters on Google Docs. All right, fine, I'll get to that. And once that's done, you just put it out. So, all right, the venue, who else would be an interesting partner? Well, I would love to have a travel set of equipment. I do not want to have to tear all of this down to move it somewhere else. There's so many cords, there's so much equipment, too many. No. What I would love is a travel set of equipment. Say that costs, spitballing here, maybe that costs 15, 20 grand. All right, well, let's find someone who we can partner with. I'm not asking for the whole thing as the offering. I'll spend some money. That's why I feel confident asking this residence, this venue, this property to do this trade, because I've spent money there. I've gone there 3-4 times. I'm not some stranger just sending them an email offering proposal saying, hey, can I stay at your place for free for 12 days? Oh, by the way, here's this. There's some level of relationship there. And I like that I've spent money with these people, because at that point, they have to listen. Hey, I want to come back after spending money with you to stay here for longer and then tell a story about coming back here and what it's like. It's hard to say no to, really. So I will today be working on my fancy document. It'll have the color scheme, talks too much, what we do, what we got to give, what the opportunity looks like. I'm really excited. I'm going to create that today, stew over it over the weekend, and probably send that out Monday. So yay to that, which leads me to my final topic of being back on a computer. I know that sounds boring, and I'm editing and doing everything of running a business that is content based. So obviously I'm using my computer, but it feels like things are starting to exist a bit more outside of this particular room. Getting on LinkedIn, people that I know finding me, adding me, connecting, realizing, oh yeah, I played ball against that guy 10 years ago. He's in marketing now in Toronto. This should be interesting. Oh, that guy was an alumni when I was at St. FX. And he just randomly added me. That'll be interesting. Thinking about that and being excited about going about having something new now to offer that, again, when I was selling video production services, if you didn't have $5 grand, you really couldn't talk to me. That's at the least. And you might get a 2-minute something from that. And I had no interest in doing 2-minute anything. So it's pretty much 5 figures or fuck off. That makes it really difficult to engage with larger numbers of people. But to sell something online for 5, 10, 15, 20, 50, $100, that's way easier. to have content for sale, to have merchandise for sale, to have online experiences for sale, to have in-person experiences for sale. Those are all a multitude of diverse but very similar and aligned products and services that are provided at a price point that is accessible to most people. Oh, and by the way, some of this shit is free. So as long as you have Wi-Fi, come fuck with me. Giving away client videos on my YouTube page, that's not exciting for someone who fucks with me. It's not my story. It's paid work I did for someone else, and I could see why nobody would care to engage with that. But me putting out my own content, telling my own stories, selling my own products, yeah, that's different. That's different. And I'm cool. I'm cool with landing where I'm at and seeing what's out there for me. Very, very cool with that. Yeah, things are about to happen. It's, 46 days of this. That's a lot, yo. It's not that many, but it's also a lot. I wouldn't know because we're not here to talk about other podcasts, but I'd be curious how many other podcasts have recorded 45 episodes. Sorry. I would be curious how many other podcasts recorded something for 45 days. Not even consecutively, just 45 days ever. Then I'd be very curious to see how many podcasts in the 45 days they ever recorded anything, recorded multiple episodes in those days. I did the math yesterday. There's 10 or 11 extra. There's 55, 56 pieces of content at day 46. So no, this 46, 56, 57. Crossing 60 will be a fucking joke. How many people sit down to record a podcast and do 2, 3, 4 episodes in a day? Yeah, I said it. So now I got to do 4. Who's done it? Who's doing it? Who could record for 50 days and end up with 70 plus pieces of content? Who's doing that before they launch? I have a LinkedIn page that says my website and fall 2023. And I'm planning on posting 11/11 on Monday. I haven't put shit out. I just did a bunch of work, disappeared, and now I'm coming back with a sick clip and a wicked stash. Just over there. And a plan that cannot be stopped. Come on. What? Food out here. I'm hype. I'm sick hype. Very much. So yeah, it's home stretch. It's home stretch. We wrap it up. We finish strong. We get this shit together because stepping out, they not ready. You about to find out though. But yeah, I don't know if y'all ready. It's coming. It's a lot coming. It's going to shake some shit up. I don't watch and be around this much energy, see this much positivity and success and hard work and dedicated people and passionate, creative people, change makers, people willing to die for the thing that they love and care about. I don't get to sit around that and then put my shit out and act like a shrimp. Don't even make no fucking sense. I have to come with a vengeance because that's what everybody in this room who I'm looking at, that's how they operate. With a vengeance. I'm here. I'm not going nowhere. I'm back, baby. I'm back. Yes, indeed. Those are my 3 episodes in a day, with many, many more to come. That's my partnership package, and that's me. Back online on the outside world, but most definitely inside. Yeah, that's it. That's where I'm at. I got a busy day today. It's 7 a.m., 1 down. About to put Coach Prime back on. Take this double layer off. I got to start wearing the undershirt because I be sweating crazy. I'm sweating. I feel it. Way too much. So I gotta get the sweat trap underneath this so I can keep myself where I need to be and keep my clothes from being funky. I got my rhymes out. It's early. I'm ready. And you know what else feels good and why else I feel great? Because I had my massage yesterday. That's why I had to leave. That's why I only did 3 episodes. I would have kept going if I didn't have to leave at 12:45 in the afternoon and then come back in supreme Zen mode. I feel great. Melanie put her whole emphasis of life into my shoulders and my neck, my back. I feel like $1,000,000. I'm here, but I'm gone now because I got shit to do. Thank you. I'm Terrence Taylor. This is MiSuNDERStoOd. I hope you're feeling good. And if you're not, go do something to make yourself feel good. Get this flowy happiness, kindness, rest, soothing, healing, peaceful ass energy. Go find a way to put it in your soul, because damn it, we all need it. Until next time, toodaloo, ba-boom.
My daddy makes out. And his name is Terrence Taylor. And I took those pictures.